At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners and Humana. News 46 is also brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain. News 46 is also brought to you by Southwest Medical Associates. Look for news about their latest healthcare center opening soon in your neighborhood. Southwest Medical Associates. Now that's powerful medicine.
Tonight on News 46, assessing the value of Pahrump,
the redistricting of Nye County,
and a comedy show to benefit the Kiwanis Club. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell and news across Nevada with Janet Eric. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, August 30th, 2011. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Zach Fuentes in for Rhonda Van Winkle. Topping our news tonight, the Nye County Sheriff Department has arrested one local man for allegedly growing marijuana at his residence.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office has issued an official press release. Nye County General Assignment detectives, accompanied by Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, responded to 1261 North Rockefeller to conduct an investigation, which included information referenced a possible suspicious person or vehicle in the area. During this investigation, it was discovered that Richard Francis Hamilton, age 53, of Pahrump, resided at that address. In plain view, Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives and deputies observed a marijuana plant growing outside of the residence. A subsequent search of the property revealed that there were 77 plants at various stages of growth on the property. These plants range from being very small to being over 4 feet in height. Some of these plants were planted in the ground and others were planted in pots. Also on the property was located several firearms. Due to Hamilton's use of marijuana, he is prohibited by NRS from being in possession of a firearm. The scene was processed and Nye County Emergency Services Hazmat assisted the scene with the cleanup in relation to the material used for growing the marijuana. The 77 plants of marijuana weighed approximately 52 pounds. The street value is approximately $200,000. Richard Francis Hamilton was arrested and is booked into the Nye County Detention Center on the following charges: maintain a place to give, sell, or use a controlled substance, possession of marijuana with intent to sell, prohibited person in possession of a firearm, and possession of drug paraphernalia. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
A transformer blew this morning at the new Manse Elementary School on the north of town. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue arrived on scene along with Valley Electric. The transformer temporarily caught fire and was leaking fluid. The students were released from school for the day, while Valley Electric replaced the transformer.
They've had an interesting start to their school year with everything happening there.
Indeed, very explosive first day.
Exactly. Well, an assessment has been ordered for the town of Pahrump.
The Nevada Rural Development Council will be holding a community assessment. We're going to speak to Carl Delane.
Well, we're going to be out here the week of October 10 through 13, and what we will do is hold a series of listening sessions with community members. The whole idea is to hear from a whole variety of people in the community, and as we record their answers and look at their answers, certain themes are going to rise to the surface, and as we recognize those themes, we will reflect those back to the community, say, here are your concerns, here are your issues, here's what you would like to see accomplished in your community. Then we will go back and write a report on that, and that report then will include an analysis of each theme, include some recommendations on how you might address those themes, and some resources to help carry out the recommendations. And as we do that, then the report becomes a tool that can be used by the community to look at planning for the future and where do we go from here.
And there's three main questions that you're asking community members, not only leaders in the community, but just regular citizens.
That's right, and we want to hear from as many different people as we can. We ask three questions. What are the greatest challenges or problems in your community? What are the greatest strengths or assets in your community? And what projects or initiatives would you like to see accomplished in the short term? I see that as about 24 months, or in the long term, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years from now. What would you like to see in this community?
Can a regular person get involved in this? Just a regular citizen? Can they call you and volunteer to answer these questions?
There are a couple of ways. One is that we are going to be holding these listening sessions, and at least two of them will be general public. Anyone is invited to any listening session that's available, with the exception that we are hoping to go out to the high school and the middle school, and clearly because there are kids involved, it can't be open to just anybody to be there. But the other sessions are open. We will be asking those same three questions no matter what group we're asking those questions of. We'll be recording all of their answers, and we'll be then reporting that back. Secondly, the town will be putting those questions up on their website, and people can answer them by email, and that's another way for people to participate. But by coming down and being part of the listening session, it gives you the opportunity to hear what other people are saying at the same time.
Is this the first time Pahrump has ever done this?
It's the first time this particular kind of assessment's been done in Pahrump. We have done 10 of these throughout rural Nevada in the last 3 years. The process came out of Wyoming, where they've done more than 100 communities.
We will have more with Carl on tomorrow's newscast.
And folks, coming up, Gary Hollis talks about redistricting.
And a benefit is held for the Kiwanis Club.
We'll have all this and more right after the break, so please keep it here.
News 46 is also brought to you by Southwest Medical Associates. Look for news about their latest healthcare center opening soon in your neighborhood. Southwest Medical Associates. Now that's powerful medicine.
Welcome back to News 46. Commissioner Gary Hollis spoke to us about the redistricting of Nye County.
Well, we have a 7-person committee that will be meeting here in the Commissioner's Chambers at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And their task is to look at redistricting as far as commissioner districts.
And so what does this ultimately mean? When we had the census, they found out we have a difference in the population. So will we be having an additional representative, or representatives will be taking on additional citizens?
Well, that is what the redistricting is going to do. They're going to tell us the plan or a plan or two plans of what we should do, and the commissioners will redistrict accordingly. Of course, the clerk has to be involved because of the precincts, and she may add precincts or she may have to split precincts. So all of that has to do with what they come up with in their meetings. Right now you have District 1, which is all of this purple area here. District 2 is all of this here. And District 3, which is the district I represent, is all in here. District 4 is Commissioner Borowski, he's in here. And Dan Shinhofen has this. And of course, Lorinda has 1, and Joni has District 2.
And those are up in the northern districts. So
we take the numbers, and we're going to have to make the numbers fit the districts, or a district, or whichever. But that's what they're going to be doing.
The population went up or down?
Up.
Up since the last 10 years. How much?
Oh, I don't know. There's, you got 43,000 some odd people in the county right now. So you're looking at commissioner districts in 8,000 population figures or registered voters. So
we don't know at this point if we'll be adding an additional commissioner or not.
Well, you won't be adding an additional commissioner. There won't be 6 commissioners. There'll still be 5 commissioners, but there could be 4 commissioners in Pahrump and 1 outside, or there still could be 3 commissioners in Pahrump and 2 outside of Pahrump. But all commissioners will have some of Pahrump in it. There's no way the numbers will work. But again, that's what this committee is tasked for, is to come up with a plan on making the redistricting, making the commissioner districts viable within 1/5.
So even the northern commissioners will be having some part of Pahrump in their district. Are you getting any of the citizens for or against that?
They've always had. Since 2000, all the commissioners have a piece of Pahrump. See this right here? That's Pahrump, and that's in Commissioner Eastley's district. All of this, most all of this here in Lorinda district, which is 60% of her district, is in Pahrump.
Wow. And so when will we have the final results?
As soon as possible. We're running out of time. So this committee's got a short time to do a big job.
Why do we have a time limit on this? What's the time limit about?
The census, well, we have to get the districts ready for the next election. So we got to be able to show these commissioners or we're the commissioner district, so if people want to run for office, they know where to run.
Exactly. And it may change your commissioner, and you need to know what that's going to be like. What other election does it affect?
Well, it could affect the school district, but most of your other county officials all run at large.
The National Organization for Mexican American Rights Incorporated, or NOMAR, will host a Hispanic Leaders Summit at its 14th annual training conference and business meeting, Hispanics United in Strengthening America. The event is to be held at the Tropicana Hotel and Resort in Las Vegas, Nevada on August 30th through September 1st.
And folks, a comedy show was held at the Sanders Family Winery over the weekend to benefit our local Kiwanis Club.
Well, it's all to benefit the Kiwanis Club. We're here at the Sanders Family Winery. We're going to let you find out all about Western Comedy Night.
This night's about a comedy fundraiser for the Pahrump youth. We're here raising some money for our dictionaries that we're going to give to Rosemary Clark with the help of the other members who are in the Community Lions Club, VFW, some other people who help that I don't really have on my hand. We're here to hear great comics from LA. Andy Kern's going to be the first one up in just a few minutes.
The male elk during mating season showers himself with his own urine to attract the opposite sex. This is true, okay? I've been trying to do this for the last 6 weeks. I haven't met anybody.
And we're also raising money for our scholarships for the year, which we gave away a few last year, and we hope to give away more next year.
How long have we been doing this? Is this our first one?
This is our first one. We hope to do it more often. We want to do it at least every year, maybe have a couple things in the spring or in the early fall.
This is a nice event, and so much fun to be here at the winery. Tell me why we decided on the comedy theme.
I don't know, something different. We don't have it here. You know, it's really pretty awesome.
It is. People can donate all year long to the Kiwanis, though, can't they?
Definitely, of course. Kiwanis is welcome and open to donations. You know, we do a lot of things for the community, and we definitely could use the help.
How can people donate to the Kiwanis Club?
You know what, if you just show up and come say hello to us at our meetings, we meet 6:30 on Thursdays at the Mom's Diner, or you go to our website, you know, you got our email connections there, you can get a hold of us, or you can call me, 513-0466. We're just here to help, you know, whatever you guys want to help us with, that's great, we appreciate it, and we really want to thank everybody who showed out to help us tonight. It's going to be awesome, there's a lot of great people here, and they're going to have a lot of fun.
This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
We spoke to Gene Sides in the final part of our series with the former employee who worked at AmeriGas.
You have quite an amazing resume of places that you've worked, and you told me in the beginning that you've never seen anything like this. Tell me what you said.
I've worked in some big corporate machining deals and other places. I've never in my life seen anyone that covered up or tried to blow off safety issues the way that AmeriGas does. It doesn't even faze them. It's just, you know, their body's there, something happens, we can get more bodies. It's pretty much the feeling they have there.
Do you think that the town is in danger and local residents are in danger with that facility?
Yes, I do. I think the way they do things, something was going to happen there. I'm surprised that fire wasn't worse than it was.
Were you shocked about that?
Honestly, no. I mean, it was just working there and seeing day to day how things happen. You know, it's a matter of time before something happens.
Something really big, even bigger than this, because there's fires there all the time that we're not even being told about.
Yeah, when we have fires come through on the line, and I'm surprised it wasn't bigger than what it is.
Wow.
and I'm surprised that more people didn't get hurt, to tell you the truth. They just don't have any care whatsoever about safety issues. They put me, when they came down and said they were making me quit AmeriGas, made a big deal, made me and a couple other guys safety people. And it was, we were going to have a meeting once a week, tell us all the stuff, write it down. We've had notebooks written down. Never once. Mike was supposed to come get us, sit down, not once since they made that meeting did we ever.
Never had a safety meeting.
We never sat down with the safety people. They never sat down and talked to them. Safety people have talked to Mike about problems.
And this goes all the way up to corporate. You've complained. You've let them know. You've constantly been in contact with them.
From Mike Dawson there at the plant to Doug Trappy, who's in charge of the region, to Bo Cornell, to the corporate HR. And they give you a hush-hush. I firmly believe the only reason they were going to make me AmeriGas was to keep my mouth shut, pretty much. And it was just a hustle. Last I talked to the other two guys that are there that are supposed to be AmeriGas, they've blown them off too with the same thing. It's just, keep your mouth shut. I hope somebody really looks into them and really sees what they're doing there and gets somebody in there that'll actually take control of the place. I mean, we're dealing with a lot of flammable liquids that, it could be a big problem. And somebody really needs to get in there that can really take control of it and really cares about the safety of it and not how many tanks we get out.
Well, folks, the first of many informative seminars were held at the Pahrump Nugget for the St. Therese mission being built just south of town off Highway 160 and the Tecopa turnoff.
This is a landmark, one-of-a-kind development going on in the Pahrump Valley. That's a 17.5-acre church in Columbarium, and we're pretty excited about we breaking ground on May 8th here, and we're here in Pahrump to get to know our neighbors here and let them know a little bit about us as well.
This is an exciting thing to hear about, and what a fantastic thing. Tell me about St. Therese.
St. Therese is a patroness of the Catholic faith, and she has so many followers, but the way she works, what you call miracles, is she sends, if their prayers are answered, it's through flowers, and she's known for red roses.
There's lots of churches around the world and country. Tell me about a little history of the St. Therese.
Well, St. Therese, her devotees are and the developers of this project is the Dizon family, and she has blessed them with several good fortunes, and this is why they our sister project in the Philippines is the Shrine of St. Therese, and this is why they've constructed the project here in the Pahrump Valley. And we tell all of our followers that if you go to our website, www.sttheresemission.com, you'll see not only the history of our project, but the history of the developer and our vision going forward.
Why did you guys choose the Pahrump Valley?
Well, our sister company, Golden Ridge Corporation, has a number of acres out here, and the land was available to us from Golden Ridge Corporation, so we decided to bring a little bit of prosperity to the desert. And our theme is life blooms in the desert.
Where is this going to be located?
It's going to be located on Tecopa Road. Actually, Tecopa used to be the old Spanish Trail. Now they changed it, so we are there from 160 and then on to Tecopa Road. From that point, it's about 8 miles and inward.
I know that we've already broke ground, but when is the actual construction going to begin? And there is actually employment opportunities in there.
Absolutely. We broke ground on May 8th. We had letters of encouragement from Oscar Goodman, the mayor of Las Vegas at the time, Governor Brian Sandoval. We've gotten our dirt movers in, and we're getting ready to go forward. The completion on our first phase will be about a year.
And we will continue our conversation with Anthony and Belinda tomorrow night. Now, Zach, I've been gone all day. I've been outside, and it has been really hot and really windy. Should I be expecting some more of this?
You should be. People say that, you know, the weather doesn't really change out here in Pahrump. You have a really easy job, Zach. But it does change. It gets hot and hotter.
Yeah, no kidding.
I have your forecast right after the break.
News 46 Weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump, local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Hey there, welcome back to News 46. We're done with our excessive heat warning, so we're very glad to hear that. We do still have some heat, though. We had sunny skies today and a high of 107 degrees, which is high but not high enough for an excessive heat warning. Our winds to come out of the south-southwest at 8 miles per hour, and our gusts at up to 25 miles per hour. Pressure's holding steady there at 29.84, and our UV index is at 9, which is very high. Our humidity is very low at 8%, and our sunrise was at 6:14 a.m. Our record was back in 1948 at 112 degrees. Tonight we're looking at clear skies at a low of 78 degrees, winds to come out of the south-southwest at 10 miles per hour, and our gusts to be at up to 24 miles per hour, pretty windy. Our humidity to go up at 13%, and our sunset's expected to be at 7:15 p.m. Our record was back in 1947 at 55 degrees. Tomorrow we're looking at sunny skies as well, a high of 100 degrees and a low of 76 degrees. Winds to come out of the south-southwest at 12 miles per hour, and our gusts at up to 30 miles per hour, even more windy. Humidity at 9%, and our UV index to stay the same there at 9, which is very high. Our sunrise is expected once again to be at 6:14 a.m. And our 7-day forecast tomorrow, like I said, we're going to be looking at some wind gusts at up to 30 miles per hour, our high of 100 degrees, and our low of 76 degrees. Thursday, we're going to be down to 68 degrees for a low, and a high of 102 degrees. Across the board, it's pretty much looking the same. We do, however, go on Monday and Tuesday into the double digits at 98 and 99 for a high. And our lows from Friday to Tuesday are pretty much going to stay in the 70s there. Today's worst weather was in Bigfoot, Texas, where they had something we're familiar with here, sizzling heat. Back to you.
Oh, that's okay. Just a second. Okay.
All right, folks, and please be sure to subscribe to our free weekly email newsletter. To subscribe, just visit our website at KPVM.TV and fill in the form right on the main page. The newsletter is filled with top stories, coupons, articles, and more.
The VFW Post will be holding a 9/11 10th Anniversary Remembrance event on Sunday, September 11th. The ceremony begins at 1 p.m. at 4651 Homestead Road. All are invited to attend.
And folks, a belated happy birthday to our fearless leader, Vernon Van Winkle. And that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Zach Fuentes.
And from everyone up here on the Hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night.